Hi, I'm Debbie Stark. I'm one of the programmers here at Kirkwood Community College in our continuing ed division. And with me today is Robert Rathje, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the programs that he's going to be delivering for us in this next fiscal year.
Awesome, thank you, Debbie. Excited to be here. This year I'm going to be focusing in on things like productivity, change, performance and leadership, things that we can use each and every day within our work to thrive, not only at work, but also in our personal life as well.
And that's awesome. You talked about thrive and change. Those two don't really go together. So can you tell us a little bit about the program that you're going to be delivering? Because the theme of that is really thriving through change and uncertainty. And people don't normally do really well with those two combinations.
Yeah, so Future Ready You, Thriving Forward, is really focusing on practical mindsets and tools that we can leverage each and every day to really embrace the uncertainty that we experience in our day-to-day world, but also thrive through the change as well. So I'm really looking forward to working with individuals and leaders within that class to really think about those mindsets, those tools, and those resources that we can use day to day to make sure that we're being focused in our action, focused on where we're putting our attention, and really driving the results that we want to see each and every day.
You know, organizations go through change all the time, and it's an ever-changing thing that they do. How do leaders move people through that change when it's happening all the time?
Yeah, I think we definitely have to create that safe space for the conversation, right? I mean, as humans, we really want to embrace the change, but we're uncomfortable with the uncertainty that's associated with that change, right? So when employees are asking questions or they're bringing up concerns or sharing their thoughts, that's really a signal of engagement inside the change to make sure that they are embracing that and working through what that means for them, right? So as leaders, we have to create that safe space so they can share their thoughts, their ideas, and making sure that we're addressing those concerns each and every day so that way they can move forward step by step by step alongside the organization.
Beautiful, I love that. And this is all about leaders and helping them with the skills that they need to move employees through. Let's switch this up a little bit and talk about the employee side of this, because not everyone that comes to this class is going to be a leader. So from an employee standpoint, how do employees take in these skills and move through and feel like they're a part of the change as opposed to it's something that's happening to them?
Yeah, as an individual, I always think about how do I become a co-designer of the change rather than just a recipient of the change, right? So how do I make sure I bring up the right ideas, the thoughts, in a very productive manner with my leaders in the organization to make sure they know I care deeply about the result, but I also want to share some thoughts about how do we make this succeed for all, right? And as an individual, how do I make sure I can really focus in on the critical things that are important to me and why I am going through the change or why I want to embrace the change, and then use those tools and tactics to then focus in on taking that to clear, confident steps as we go throughout.
That is great. It's all about what is happening to me as an employee, and resistance is huge. And I think that's where leaders struggle, is with the resistance, because they really just see it as going head to head. Yeah. But as you said, it's like they want to understand what's important for them and how they can move through. How do you help leaders with that really hard part of resistance?
First and foremost is helping them understand that questions, concerns, sharing those thoughts, that's engagement in the change process, not resistance, right? There's perceived resistance and then there's real resistance.
Yeah.
And we're gonna work through that because we have to understand that these are really great things that people are bringing to the table because they care deeply about the result. And how do we make sure we embrace that and use that energy that they're bringing to the table for their productive good versus saying that's resistance and then, creating that space where, hey, okay, you go over here, I'm gonna go focus over here, right?
Yeah, I tell you, I think if someone came to this class and they got those two things out of it, I think it would be it would be so helpful for them, because we do want to move them through the change. Yeah. And it is not an event. It is a process. It is definitely a process. So you have another class coming up as well, along with some other great ones. Can you just give us a tease as to what is coming up?
Yeah, so I also have Productivity Powerhouse coming up to the Kirkwood Center at the University of Iowa, right? And what a great facility, number one, but what a great opportunity as an individual contributor or also a leader to really fine-tune your skills, right? Determine what matters most to you. Decide what you're going to do each and every day to be productive. Decipher between busy and productive, because there is a difference.
There is a difference, right? Yes.
And really thinking about those practical tools and tactics that we can use each and every day to become more effective and more efficient in the way we operate, so that way we're driving better results each and every day.
Beautiful. Robert, thank you so much. If you are interested in any of Robert's classes, please get on our link. and sign up. Robert does have a following, and his classes do fill up. So he's got a lot of really awesome topics coming up. We are here in Johnson County at the Johnson County Regional Center here, and we would love to have you join. So thank you so much for clicking in, and we will see you later on.